Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Elite Clockman here. Episode 35 of Skibidi Multiverse just got released, and let me tell you that the upcoming is really promising. After a long wait, Titan Drillman finally makes his return in the series. But he's not the only one, as we finally saw Drill Woman once again after a long wait. And from the looks of it, her and the other remaining from her kind have a plan, and are not going to just sit there. We also got to see the power of a G-Man soldier, and you tell that there is a whole army of this guy. But before that, please make sure to like and subscribe if you think Titan TV Man is a Sigma. Anyways, here we go. Our episode starts off with a first look at Skibidi Base 1. As you can see, the structure looks kind of tough, with some thick walls around it, which will cause problems in the near future, as it won't make the conquest of the base as easy as we predicted. Also, if you take a closer look, you'll see that the base itself is shaped like a toilet with a red glowing one on it. This base looks more sophisticated and imposing than all the other Skibidi bases combined. And to top it off, we see some helicopters roaming around it, and compared to them, the base looks enormous. And outside the walls, we see the ground moving, as if a giant monster was doing some digging down there, and I'll let you guess who that might be. It seems that Titan Drillman was turned into the Skibidi toilet's underdog, since the life of Drill Woman was on the line. But what choice does he have? One wrong step, and the drill hotties goes bye-bye. The red giant can do nothing about it. Or can he? After that, we see our boy Titan TV Man arriving at the scene, looking as angry and determined as ever to end it all. You can notice some cool details here. We rarely see the purple Titan traveling by jetpack, but we saw him using it last episode, so why didn't he use it to just spawn on Skibidi Base 1 like he always does? Well, the only rational explanation is that it is simply impossible to teleport to Skibidi Base 1. There must be something there that blocks and detects any teleportation. Also, look how the Titan looked normal size on that wall. Imagine how hard it's going to be for the ground force to enter the base. If they could just destroy these walls, they could easily rumble the toilets up. As soon as Titan TV Man arrives at the scene, the giant scientist comes to greet him. We then see two other toilets watching the encounter from far. It was Leonardo and the Purple Lady Toilet, both members of the Skibidi squad. They look pretty chill, as they already won the fight. My friends, I fear that the upcoming fight won't be a nice victory, but a bloody massacre where we will lose some of our favorite characters. We are in for some surprises. After that, we see Titan TV Man pulling out his sword with a mad face, telling the scientist that it was time for him to kiss life goodbye. And with a blank face, the bald egg charged up his lasers, ready to clash with Titan TV Man once again. But before we could witness the fight, we switch up to the next scene. In the next shot, we find ourselves in some sort of giant prison high in the mountain, not far from Base 1. It looks like we switched to a cameraman's POV, as we see the screen slightly shaking with the Skibidi soldiers on top of the poor cameraman. But just before the toilet could end the cameraman with his axe, Sigma assassin Drillman comes to the rescue and sucker punches the toilet. The toilet tried to get back by putting his axe deep inside the Giga Chad's head, but bro evaded at the last moment, just like I evaded reality after my divorce. After that, we see Dark Speaker Man on top of the toilet stabbing his head from behind. The soldier tried to slam him against the wall, but all that was in vain, because after a few seconds we were able to identify our POV cameraman. It was no other than the plunger. Bro launched himself to the toilet soldier and stabbed him in the chest with his blades. Shortly after, the plunger started to smack the red tip of the hardwood into the face of the toilet before finishing him off by stabbing him in the head. Blood started to cover the floor. What a weird detail after adding the humans into the series. We then see the plunger taking a look around him. It looks like the rescue squad wiped the enemy out. But just when they thought that they were safe, a huge explosion revealed a giant toilet monsters with chainsaws coming towards them. The life of their friend was on the line. They had no time to spare, so the assassin threw a smoke bomb on it as they quickly escaped the giant monster and managed to close the giant door. The rescue team finally managed to catch a breath. TV Woman managed to open the door to the next room by blowing the system with her TV. You can see Plunger getting ready as if he could feel a fight coming up. We then see for the first time a G-Man soldier arriving to the scene. Finally, we can see one of the new boys in actions. And trust me when I tell you, You'll find his abilities rather familiar. As soon as he arrived, he used the iconic G-Man laser eyes to try and take the Alliance down. But he was no match for Assassin Drillman's agility that got past the lasers to punch the G-Man from Wish in the guts. The soldier managed to gab Dark Speaker Man, but just before he could barbecue him, Plunger Cameraman used one of his weapons to blind the zombie's left eye, leaving him in so much pain. Angry and in pain, he tried to cut our POV Plunger Cameraman in half. The Giga Chad blocked with some difficulty, but luckily for us, the Assassin Drillman managed to cut his right hand and freed the Dark Speakerman. Everyone was throwing everything they got to take him down, until he used his multi-direction lasers to stop the wave of attacks, and at that moment the Plunger took a risk and threw his remaining weapon at the soldier's other eye, leaving him blind. In the end, he was taken down by Mommy Clock Woman's time gun as they threw him to the void. Now don't let what you just saw fool you, my friends. That one went down easily because he was facing the Alliance's elite, a 1-volt 6. But imagine if they were a whole army of him shooting lasers everywhere. The Alliance's forces would be dead in an instant. After that, the rescue unit entered the final room with 5 toilet men in it. As soon as we enter, we switched back to the spectator POV. This was it, the big moment. There were 3 G-Man soldiers just like the other one, and 2 other members of the Skibidi squad. The Big Billy and one of the characters with the most potential, the naked male 06. Assassin Drillman lifted his eyes up, and there he was. After a long time, Drillwoman was finally found. But what happens next intrigued me. The assassin nodded to the drill lady as if it was some sort of signal, and then we see her activating some kind of sound. Is it a beacon? It looks like the Drillmen are up to something. After that, we see both sides getting ready to brawl it out with 06 telling the rescue squad that this place will be their grave. In the next scene, we find ourselves outside again, only this time with the beacon sound of Drill Woman. After that, we see Titan Drillman coming out of the ground with his horn still damaged from episode 25 after his fight with Titan TV Man, roaring ready to finally take action, as Drill Woman's life was no more on the line. After so many episodes, he was ready to get back for his dead family and brutally avenge their death. Beware toilets, the Red Beast is back, and with him freed from his chains, no more blood will flow in your veins. And that's the end of this episode. We have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see all the Titans fuse into one Mega Titan. See you guys next time.